Hey everybody, DSR here with just a quick update video. There hasn't been an update on this in a long while, but I get asked about it a lot. I know I got asked on the last couple of my videos in the comments asking about... Sorry, it's late and I don't have my tripod, and I'm recording on my phone, so excuse any shakiness, but yeah, I get asked a lot about the Sadalsuud. I believe that's the way it's pronounced. This is a resin kit I got a few years back from Tatsu Hobby. They gave me the resin kit and the Dynamis base kit to go along with it. They also gave me these decals for 00 and some brass rods, but they're somewhere in my desk, and I didn't want to pull them out for the video. Yeah, it was really nice of them to throw those in for me way back when. And I promised to do it all up nice and paint it and decal it and take pictures of it, because they didn't have any pictures on their website. And actually, it's really hard to find any information on this kit at all. It's not something that a lot of people have built, and I had always kind of wondered why, and I really loved the design, and I still like it quite a bit. It's one of my favorite 00 designs. The only thing is that about the time that I actually started working on this, I really fell out of the whole 00 scene when it was kind of ending towards where the movie was, when that released, and just started to move more into the UC, the UC side of Gundam. So I kind of, this just, kind of got left on the back burner. I believe I started up working on it again about a year ago, last summer, I think. So probably a little over a year ago or so. And this is as far as I got with it. I painted it up. I was doing it the two-tone color scheme, much like the Estrella F-Type. Like I've got all my guys back here. If you watched my last unboxing, I think it was the last one, or maybe 2 unboxings ago, I talked about how I loved the Estrella design, so I picked up another one from someone that offered it to me. So I've got these 3 guys up on my 00 shelf now all together. 3 different iterations. The one with the Gundam head, the one you can't really see back there, but with the shorter V-fin and the mask, and then I have my own custom Estrella type right here. Excuse me, my stomach's not too happy with me right now. But yeah, so I mean, I really did like the design. And when I was into 00, this was definitely one of my favorites. I just kind of, like I said, dropped a ball on 00 almost completely once I started getting into UC stuff. So I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't feel more confident in my modeling skills before then. But this was actually something that I probably wasn't quite ready to take on at the time. I still don't feel too confident with it, just because of my own, shortcomings with it several years ago when I got it. As you can see, I still have a lot of the parts here, and I've had some frustrations with it as well, and I don't have the patience really to work with resin. I much prefer just the plastic, the ABS, and polystyrene and all stuff like that. I'm not very fond of resin as just as a thing for modeling. I can appreciate small pieces. I couldn't imagine building like the Kshatriya full resin kit. Not something that would be my forte. And I figured since this was just an add-on kit that I'd be able to handle it. But as you can see, this is the one piece that I actually did paint up, and it would go pretty... I know there's a lot more that needs to go onto this, but it would look actually really nice if I were to finish it up, but I just haven't had the patience with it. But since this was a remold, I'm not sure if it's this one. No, this one I fixed up a little bit, and I'm sorry that the camera quality isn't cooperating with me tonight, but let me see if I can find it. Maybe it's this one. No, I must have trimmed both of them up. But either way, these like GN condenser kind of things, one of them is like really lopsided, and it was actually molded like twisted, the two halves. So I think it is this one. You can see my fingernail, I'm kind of picking at it. I managed to file it down a little bit, but you might even be able to see it right here, yeah. It was just like a really bad overlap. So you know, the remold on it was definitely not up to par, really, and it needed a lot of work. This one kind of too, you can sort of tell it's like overlapped on this side, on the bottom. It's harder to see on that side, but yeah, just parts like that, things that are totally warped. Like this, for example, like this is supposed to be straight, and it's too thin on one side and too thick on the other. And I don't trust myself to try and repair stuff like that without breaking it. So my initial plan was that I was trying to scavenge as many pieces as I could to do one side of like the condenser or the booster sort of thing, and do it up just on one side, like the regular Sadalsuud, not the Type F, which is what the color scheme is. So I kind of dropped the ball on that one. I probably should have done it white and dark blue, but I digress. So overall, I mean, the chest piece really looks nice on it. Actually, this entire chest, if I remember correctly, is all resin, and that I did get together pretty well. And I do like the backs of these without like the pointy GN drives, the sort of boostery ones. I really like those. And then these were redone. This was something I really had a problem with, these thrusters kind of in the back, the butt thrusters. One of the holes I had to actually drill out because it's supposed to be molded for a ball joint. I don't remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Yeah, you can see how it kind of pops. It's because I had to take a Dremel and drill the hole out, but it was a little bit too wide, so now it's loose, and I actually have a piece of tape or something in there temporarily. The other one was perfectly fine, and that really kind of surprised me. That one of them was great, popped on perfectly, and had no issues, and the other one was way screwed up. So yeah, and I also need to put the back pieces on here, I think. I don't remember. Actually, they're pieces that go right there. I have them painted, I just never put them on, apparently. And the other thing was, whoops, that I wasn't ready for was when I got these knee parts together. They went on sort of okay, except for I had to... it didn't have in the instructions that you needed to actually trim down the parts where the original knee went on. So I kind of had to, do that just while trying to piece it together. Just had to cut stuff out of the way, which isn't really that big of a deal, but I wish I would have known before trying to actually figure out how to attach things and then being frustrated with it. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah, and then they had to be glued on, so once I glued them on, if you can kind of see down here, there was a little bit of white. So because I had to mask off the gray parts when I painted it, because now that that's glued onto the front, it's like 3 pieces. And yeah, I couldn't separate the legs to get the gray parts out. I probably should have thought about that beforehand when painting it, but like I said, it was about a year ago, and I wasn't thinking all that straight, I guess, when I was doing it. I was just trying to make some progress on it. The blaster, I did actually really like the design on it. It's a design I really liked, and the resin actually, this was probably the best part of the entire kit. There's supposed to be a piece that goes on here and a handle that swings around, except for, again, the hole where that is non-existent. So it has to be drilled, and I don't have a drill bit small enough for that, so I just have not done it. And then I believe I cut off the original parts off of the Dynamis' sniper rifle to try and attach that. But I might not now that I've done it, because that was even 2 years ago probably that I actually made that decision to axe it off of the other gun. But yeah, so I mean, if this is something that you're interested in doing, for the price it was like $55 or $60, I don't remember. I'm not even sure if it's available anymore, to be perfectly honest. if you have the patience and are that invested into it, then I'm sure you'd probably get a lot farther than I did, and actually maybe get it pieced together and presentable. I was a little bit in over my head with it and thought that I could handle something I wasn't probably quite ready for, skill-wise, and patience-wise as well. And now that I'm much more into customizing, I just haven't, and now that I'm so deep into UC stuff, I really haven't wanted to even touch on this. He's literally been sitting on top of these back here, with another somewhat abandoned project of mine, the heavy arms with dual Gatling guns, that has been stripped and painted and stripped and painted 2 or 3 times, and parts missing and all that fun stuff. I was trying to replicate a custom I saw that used the original high-grade Universal Century Gundam RX-78 parts to supplement it. So he's got the RX-78's hips, ankle armor, and arms, and actually the shoulder joint too. So this was another fun custom that I had started and just never had the energy to put into actually getting it done. And now that more I'm sorry, it's late. Now that more wing kits are coming out, maybe we'll see rehashed high grade of the. Well, actually, it was never a high grade, except for in 1 to 100th. But a better 1 to 144 scale heavy arms, maybe even the movie type or something. Something along those lines. But yes, there are several of my customs or projects that got started and just kind of died off. This is one of them. And I kind of regret not... Oops, my computer went to sleep. I kind of regret not jumping more into it, and trying to do it. But, man, the first piece... What kind of soured me was the first piece I started to trim. I wasn't used to the softness of resin, and I tried to trim a piece off and was doing it totally wrong because I was stupid and young and was cutting towards my thumb with my other hand. And then I sliced the hell out of my thumb. The very first piece, the very first day I had this kit, came home from school, and went straight to work on it, started to trim up a piece, and sliced into my thumb immediately. It was, I guess, some people call it, blood sacrifice to the gunpla gods, but, yeah, man, that just immediately soured me, and it's a rookie mistake, and it was something I as I was doing, I knew I shouldn't have been, and kind of went, oh, right when I was doing it, and before I could even finish my thought, I was running to the bathroom holding my hand. But yeah, so, I mean, resin, definitely not my thing, per se. If it's something, you've done before, I would definitely say go for it. I just know that people have been asking about this poor Sadalsuud for forever, and, I just finished up a school assignment and got home from school, and thought, hey, I might as well, it's sitting right here, I might as well just show you guys. So yeah, this is as far as it ever got. I'm sorry, it didn't get any farther. The more I kind of look at it, the more I remember how much I liked the design, especially these legs, man, I love the legs. But, I don't know, maybe I'll finish it sometime when I have time and no other kits to work on, but, right now, UC is my baby, so... I don't know. Maybe I'll have a 00 comeback someday. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But hopefully, I hope someday down the road this guy will get finished and I'll have someone to pose up next to one of my Estrellas. So anyway, guys, hope you. This video is going super long and I've been rambling, but I know people have been asking about this thing for a year, so I thought I'd just show you guys. So. All right, and I know I still haven't edited the quick build or time lapse build of the EZ8 that I've been promising you guys. It's all, like I said, it's all recorded. It's on my computer. Just haven't had time yet. So, anyways, see you guys in the next video. I'm gonna cut myself off before I hit 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. See you next time.